Alright. Light is green. We have not dropped yet. And we are back. Welcome, everyone, after a little bit of a hiatus, to our Sound Goblins Digi Monday stream. I am, as always, your host, the Krampus.
I'm Bograt.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Green.
And Vincent will probably be joining us shortly here. If I sound a little bit out of it, it's because I have been chained to my computer for nigh on 3 days now, hammering my way through the Dawn Trail expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. No spoilers, but it's pretty great so far. And have only barely now...
You say so far as if we are not 90% done with it.
No, it turns out we're only at the halfway point. They save half the story for when you're max level.
New
Alright.
exciting change.
As far as Digimon goes, though, we are halfway through our trial of getting knights on our side. We got Magnamon on our side, because his hero, Omnimon, told him to shape up and stop killing humans. And we encountered Kentarosmon, but Kentarosmon can't be caught because he's too fast. There was another knight who could catch him, but he's dead. So we're going to go into a parallel universe and get another version of him. And I swear I'm not making this up.
Can't we just digivolve someone else into him?
No, we must digivolve a
First,
special...
we have found the location of a scary hacker.
We have indeed found the location of a scary hacker, and we do need to take care of that. Found Ban Ban. So let's go find Ban Ban in his garden and screw him up.
Does he yell ban, 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 ban?
And ban. But rather than hanging the club, he bans you from the server.
What a dick.
4. And yes, we are in the home stretch of Imperial Dramon training. XVmon here just needs like 2 more camaraderie, and he's the level we need him for. Unfortunately, Stingmon has a waste. He needs to be in long fights.
He looked dumb.
There's the hacker, so all we gotta do is make our way over to him. Yeah. Camaraderie 100, so we can swap you in for someone else.
君の実力を見せてよ。
So all data. Alright. The hacker has repented. Rejoice! Also, Gold Numamon has hit max level. We will probably need to bounce it. Bounce him or Digivolve him as appropriate.
Yep.
Actually, I'm not gonna bother with this one. We already have to go back to. Okay, we should be back now.
Also, stream title is still 40k Mechanicus.
Son
Yep,
of
as
a
is the-
gun.
As is the category.
It's always something I forget.
I'm gonna say would be a sound gun. Yep.
This is what a Mechanicus sees all the time.
Digimon?
Yeah, it's just how they view the world. They're all just playing Digimon endlessly. In ways and means that we can only dream of. At least I hope it got it out of its system early.
Be nice.
That's not true. Yeah, so you gotta get bounced. Back to Hagurumon. think just one bounce is enough to get him the levels he needs. And if not, we'll do it again.
Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure exactly how much a given bounce actually affects max level.
Yeah. Only 2 levels for Sister Mont Blanc. Plus whatever stats she needed.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she will probably need. We have obtained exciting meat. Alright. There's one thing I forgot to do. Digilab. They might know it. Okay. Let me check something real quick. Okay, that's what's going on.
White boy.
White boy. All right, enjoy your time in the spooky playground. Brother's hospital room. I just hate it. You try and delete an account, they make you go through like 5 different hoops. You gotta call them.
At least she's not trying to cancel the Adobe subscription, apparently.
have no clue. We're gonna guess.
無理しちゃダメだよ。続けていこう。
Beating up on the children. Yeah, we'll deal with him in a second.
無理しちゃダメだよ。続けていこう。 無理しちゃダメだよ。みんなよく頑張ったね。
It is one of the interesting things I was kind of ruminating on as I was thinking about this game last week. So,
Oh, that.
The Digimon is a little bit anemic in the amount of levels it has. Its dungeon maps are all very small, even the ones we're unlocking now in the later sections of the game.
君
aren't
がいて
that
くれて
long.
よかった
And they're fairly straightforward. But in reusing Kowloon a bunch, it does make you it makes it feel more like a real place that everybody gathers at. Like, yeah, everything happening with Digimon tends to happen more often than not in Kowloon.
行くぞみんな
So whereas, yeah, we only get the same 4 levels, well, 5 levels, because we haven't unlocked the 5th level yet. The same 5 levels of Kowloon. It still kind of works for the story, because they make so much of the plot revolve around Kowloon as kind of a lawless wasteland.
And I mean, the other thing to keep in mind too is that Kowloon itself is utilized a lot for sort of like incidental story encounter
行
stuff,
くぞみんな
but the actual dungeons themselves are all the areas where the like digital world bleeds into the real world.
Yeah.
And so it's like you get actual like dungeons that you go through. But then when it's time for like, oh, we just need you to like go someplace and run around a bit until you run into something, that's what Kowloon is really there for.
I mean, if we compare it to realistically its closest competitor, Pokemon.
よく頑張ったね
Pokemon, the quote dungeons unquote that they have are generally either caves or office buildings. They also tend to be really short, and even if they are, how to put this, even if they are each their own locations, caves tend to be caves of either regular rock or ice variety, and office buildings are whatever
無理しちゃダメだよ
whatever corporation aesthetic they want to have. They're not generally actually that big. The big thing about Pokemon is you're going around an entire region for its overworld. In here, we're focused on a single city for the most part, which
I'm
makes
also
it
gonna,
actually.
I'm also going to be real with you. I don't think Pokemon is actually the closest comparison to a Digimon World game. They are actually much more have much more in common with the Shin Megami Tensei game than they do with any Pokemon.
Yeah, franchise-wise, like if you're just talking about the animes, yes, Pokemon is Digimon's competitor. They're the apples and oranges of the monster-raising genre. But for gameplay style...
I would say
行くぞみんな
specifically what I'm referring to more is for the intended audience.
I would still say you're probably a bit closer with Shin Megami Tensei than Pokemon.
I would figure that S&T has a older demographic that it's being aimed for.
Eh,
Then again, I'm not Japanese, so maybe in Japan, Digimon is aimed at a higher age group.
Digimon...
I mean, I'll tell you this much. I don't know the last time I've heard an 8-year-old in any country be excited about Digimon.
True. My only experience with Digimon was really when I was still in high school, and Pokemon and Digimon had the same demographic. But then again, like I said, that's in America. I don't know what it's like in Japan for that one.
行くぞみんな
And I am unfamiliar enough with SMT games outside of Persona to make any comment about the similarities or differences to like dungeon and overworld style stuff.
I mean, the
So
SMT games can.
SMTs,
Good.
actually, I don't know. From what I have seen of SMT does seem to have a larger overworld scope.
I
They
mean,
seem to be
it
much bigger areas.
varies wildly depending on which SMT game you're talking about. 1
fair
and
enough.
2 literally take place in Tokyo, the same as this game.
Oh, well, never mind then.
2, granted, takes place in a sort of pseudo post-apocalyptic Tokyo, but it's Tokyo nonetheless.
I can see my only real experience with SMT directly is 3, which starts off in a city, but definitely feels like the map otherwise is much bigger after that starting area.
It is also worth noting that there's complications to the classification of Digimon as well, because like this
Different
game,
types of
for
Digimon
instance,
games.
yeah, this game is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which, if I remember correctly, is the only Digimon Stories game. The more common RPG series is Digimon World, which is vastly different in its general.
That's more Monster Rancher than.
Kind of. It's really the Digimon World games, at least as far as scope, are usually much larger. They usually are a huge like world that you go through and like have a whole bunch of different regions and stuff that you interact with. And then there's like, for instance, another game that fairly recent Digimon game, which was Digimon Frontiers, which is a strategy RPG, and as far as I can tell, takes place entirely in one small Japanese town. And the digital world equivalent of it.
Is that the one that got translated as Digimon Survive?
Oh yeah, Survive. Sorry, not Frontiers. Frontiers
Okay.
is one of the animes. Yeah, Digimon Survive. Yeah, so that one takes place basically entirely in one like small rural Japanese town, and also the associated digital equivalent to it.
Okay.
We will likely be playing that one on stream at some point, either as a Digimonday thing, or I know that Vince had also expressed interest in possibly doing that one.
I mean, he can very easily, we can combine that. He could do a Digimonday.
Yeah. But we've got a lot of stuff to fill in
Yes.
on Mondays anyways, because once we, finish the main game here of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, we have Elden Ring Pokemon DLC to go through.
Yep.
And then following that, I don't know if we have a specific plan, but there is also Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory and Digimon Survive, all of which have been floated as possible Monday follow-ups. But there's also the theoretical, could slot in on a Thursday as well, since it's also like a strategy RPG, which is what we tend to use Thursdays more for.
Yep.
But like that game as well, like it's something so that I think is the biggest thing, and obviously you guys have less context on that than say Krampus or I do. The biggest thing about Pokemon for the most part is like not to like discount it too much, but
Oh no, go for it.
No, sorry, I was pausing there for a second because I think we got a little bit of connection crackle. Everything good, Krampus?
Still dropping frames. And we're back. Okay.
Okay.
But what I was
The
saying,
stream itself cut out, so we're good.
yeah, what I was saying is in regards to Pokemon is, for the most part, I mean, up until basically the most recent game, the Pokemon games have all kind of followed realistically the same basic story structure. Like obviously there's some variance here and there, there's some divergence, but for the most part they've all been pretty much the same, with only the most recent ones having any sort of real divergence in the basic story beats, and even then it still has a lot of the same story beats. It just has a little bit more personal choice in how you approach said story.
Yeah.
The thing about Digimon is different Digimon games, based on the sort of series that they're in, whether it be a Digimon World game, Digimon Stories like this, Digimon Survive, for instance, are wildly different story-wise.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I was going to go into it, and then we kind of got onto a tangent. As of the time that this game came out, Digimon was being aimed at a slightly more mature audience. However, in recent years, they've not only revived the franchise, they've gone through kind of a renaissance and reimagined themselves as a more for kids franchise. They rebranded partially as Appmon, kind of.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, is that there's a lot of variance there as well, because it's like, you say they rebranded themselves, to be more aimed at kids. Again, Digimon Survive came out after this, and is actually much more of a horror game than anything else.
Right. Let me rephrase that then. The anime itself, ignoring all side went through that trajectory. Bograd is absolutely correct that the games have largely followed their own formula and settings, as far as tone, plot, who they're aiming for. Things of that nature. And even within a series, Digimon can vary wildly. There was that time in Season 2 of Digimon, which was ostensibly like the lighthearted shonen for kids battle series, where one of the characters was tempted into the dark waters of a digital ocean where Cthulhu lives. Not Cthulhu-mon, mind you,
Cthulhu.
but like eldritch horror being who looks an awful lot like squid-headed Cthulhu. And that's never touched on again. We just took a brief stab into, like, Serial Experiments Lane-style writing. An episode and a half.
Fucking series.
And then we go right back to adventures and friendship and whatever. And anyone who has watched Season 3 of Digimon, which is from the writer of Serial Experiments Lane, that series goes some places. And if you watch the unedited version, the non-4Kids...
Yeah.
Not 4Kids, but the non-Fox Kids version, you can tell that the Serial Experiments Lane vibe is still there. There's a lot of that DNA.
Yeah, past a certain point, my familiarity with Digimon mostly just relies on the games, because I gave up on the anime after Cross Wars.
That was the movie, right? The CG movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's about where I dropped off as well. I know most of the rest of it by reputation and by some choice samplings I've seen.
But yeah, like the point is, and I think again, when we eventually do get around to actually playing Digimon Survive as a stream, it will be interesting to kind of pick out, because you'll see there are themes that tend to stay consistent across Digimon games. There's a lot of the whole, overlap of the digital world and the real world. Very typically, it's regarded in a sense of like, there's, how there is some degree to which Digimon is intended very allegorically, in the sense of, like, the digital world bleeding into the real world is also intended somewhat to be a commentary on, like, our reliance and, constant, influx of digital devices and, like, the internet and things like that into day-to-day life, and how it has changed society. Not necessarily in an admonishing way, not in a like, everybody's looking at their phones kind of way, but just a like, hey, like, we have to acknowledge that the world is different now because of the digital world. And so, like, there's a lot of that still kind of remains a lot through it. It just kind of gets buried or hidden in various different deeper ways, depending upon which game or series you're in.
Yeah,
Fair
like
enough.
in the third season, to give a contrast, in the third season, the digital world largely came to be because a group of scientists tapped into something. They don't know what, they still can't explain it, but they found some sort of like innate font of infinite power and human perception in general, due to it being created around the same time as ARPANET, latched onto ARPANET and evolved along with it, eventually creating the digital world. Unfortunately, in screwing around with this, they also created a Lovecraftian, infinitely spawning entity called the Juggernaut. And the Juggernaut threatens to eat all of the digital world and the real world. Because the thing that created the digital world also reacts to wishes, anybody's wishes.
Oh, that's a
And
problem.
when someone who's gone through a recent, really fucking awful trauma gets their wish granted and joins with Juggernaut, it forms some cosmic horror shit.
Well, okay then.
3 is one of my favorites in the series. That's where we get Guillaumon and Renamon and Terriermon and all that.
Oh, okay.
That's also why Guillaumon is the other end of the digital world.
Yeah, Guillemon, as you may be able to get some sort of idea of from the, nuclear symbol on his stomach, is intended to be the quote-unquote nuclear option of the digital world.
Groovy.
If he's activated in the wrong way, he will just end the digital world. Friendship still saves the day, but it's, it has some twists and turns as to how they get there. Okay. We finished that. We got a memory up. And most importantly... Oh, we got caps. Most importantly, that means that, Mireille is done with the Digimon that she's been working on, using those 2 wills that we got her.
Roommates!
You beat me to it.
さあマスティモ、その力を見せなさい。マスティモンの力で平行世界への入り口が開いた。
Just so we are clear on this, in case you were wondering, yes, Mireille's cats have always been Angewomon and Lady Devamon.
I'm not questioning anything anymore. I think I've learned.
We're just gonna go to the dimension hole. We're gonna get ourselves a knight, and that'll be the end of this.
Is that Nep Nep?
せっかくブイブイが最強進化できたっていうのに、あのヒゲデジモンね。しょうがないよリナ、またトレーニングしてあいつに挑もうよ。それはいいやっていうか嫌。やるならブイブイ一人でやればいいじゃん。だって私テレビも見たいし漫画も読みたいし。 何言ってんだよ。僕の力が奪われたままでもいいの？パワー！それはコマリング。どうしよう。
Hi.
So we are clear on this. This is Rino Shinomiya. She is one of the main characters of Digimon World Redigitized Decode, which is one of the 3DS Digimon games, which, if I remember correctly, is actually where Mireille is from as well.
Oh, neat.
君なんとか言いなさいよ。どういうことなの？ほら。
どうやら無事に次元時空を超えられたようね。私はそちらには行けないけれど、あなたのことはちゃんと見ている。その騒がしい子は白身になる。あなたの探し物について彼女に尋ねてみなさい。きっと
I am also
Rina
familiar-
is an idiot.
I was gonna say, yeah. Rina's an idiot. That's not uncommon for Digimon protagonists. I was about to say, and I was also born in 1997. I am also a time traveler. That's on my shirt. You can believe.
She's not technically the protagonist. She is one of the other characters in the game. The protagonist is actually Taiga. You can tell she's not the protagonist. She's not wearing goggles.
She's got them on her neck.
Wait, I can say, isn't that what's on her fucking
Yeah.
neck?
So she is not the primary protagonist. She is actually, so she was added in the decode version of the game, which was an upgrade of the original game. She is
Oh.
very much like she is like FemMC for Persona 3 or what have you.
She's
Oh,
Crystal.
okay.
また一からトレーニングしなくて済むし。
I did not notice she has them here. She doesn't actually have them in her base character design from Decode.
どこへってそんなの決まってんじゃん。あっちのなんかうにゃうにゃっとしたとこ。バルバルのやつそこにこそっと隠れててさ、乗り込んでってボコボコにボコっちゃうわけさ。ごめんね、ディナっていつもこうなんだ。翻訳すると、この先に空間が歪んだような場所があって、その中にいるバルバモンを倒しに行こうって、そういうこと。バルバモンは七大魔王と呼ばれる究極体デジモンの一体なんだ。僕とリナは一度はバルバモンを倒したんだけど、復活したバルバモンにそれまで蓄えた僕の力をこっそり奪われちゃったんだ。だからバルバルをボコってブイブイの力を取り返す。主に君が。ではレロレロワールドから
Yeah, there's Taiga. He is the actual protagonist of.
He's wearing a bra on his head.
No, those are goggles. Those are, in fact, the
I'm
same
aware.
goggles that she has here.
Yeah. That doesn't make it not look like a bra.
やあ、僕がリナのパートナーブイブイだよ。改めてよろしくね。
It is worth noting, because we only briefly saw it at the very, very beginning of this playthrough, as we sort of made our decisions about whether to play the male or female main character. It is worth remembering, the female main character in this game wears her goggles effectively as a hair tie.
Yes.
Right, I thought she wore as an armband, was how I was remembering it. But yeah, no, hair tie it was.
No, you're thinking of Yuko, who wears hers as a armband.
Mm.
Like, we don't need to use the Digimon for anything. Oh, maybe even give us a shot. We do, in fact, need to buy some stuff. were running low on some medical supplies. Punching babies.
So many babies.
And yes, in case you were wondering, the other thing, we are technically in a situation where we could get a Mastamon of our own, but we're not going to.
Eh,
We're already on a fair few number of grinds already.
eh.
It's like we do currently have an Angelomon and a Lady Devamon. We could take them down the DNA Digivolution path to become a Mastamon, but we have individual plans for each of them.
Yes. Oh god, I can see everything! The cosmos! Of course, the natural enemy of the rock monster. Spooky bats.
Ugh. Spooky bats.
Spooky bats. Natural enemy of small spherical enemies. Spooky bats.
A lot of things are weak to spooky bats.
Never doubt the power of spooky bats. They're almost as powerful as the Tricky Triangle. Oh no, several consecutive enemies. What will I do? Oh, I know. Spooky bats. Ah, that's good XP. And Keelamon was able to stand up to the spooky bats.
大丈夫、行こ
You get him, Digimon.
みんなよく頑張ったね。
う。やっと見つけた。やがったな、こんにゃろ。よーし、さっさと片付けちゃおう。僕の力を返せ、バルバモン。
見逃してやったというのにわざわざやられに来るとは。お前たちから奪った力でわしは大大大魔王となり、この世界を征服するのだ。ところでどうじゃ、もしもわしの配下になるなら世界の4分の1を。
スキアリーと
くれてや。
先手必勝、ど根性。あたしに続け、皆の衆。突撃。
突撃
Yes. Rena is fucking great, in case it wasn't clear.
She is great.
リーナ
I respect anyone who just rider kicks a Digimon in the face.
Yep.
When you are partnered with a Vmon, and a Vmon is the sensible one in the relationship.
新鮮でぶっ飛ばす。
行け。
You were probably going to lose this one. So, while it's not one of my more favorite seasons, in Season 5, there is a character whose main form of helping his Digimon digivolve is punching Digimon in the face so hard that it releases digital energy from them that his Digivice then absorbs to use for Digivolution. Now, there is no upper limit to this. This man jumps off a building at one point and cold clocks a stories-tall Mega Digimon. He doesn't have, like, special gauntlets or anything. He doesn't fuse with his Digimon to do this. It's just a high school kid punching Digimon in the face. And it's amazing. I gotta actually go watch that season sometime, see if it lives up.
来た来た来た。
パンデモニウムロスター。
Wuss.
はあブイモンヘッド。
行け。
It sure would suck if I had something that stripped the ability increases off of Digimon.
That would be unfortunate.
続けていこう。
Behold the tricky triangle. Speed, I need to use a spray.
これを。
Everybody's getting very tired punching this man repeatedly in the jaw. God, with the speed boost we're getting from Vmon, we're like lapping him 4 times over on turns.
That is less actually about the speed boost from Vmon and more about the speed down he gives himself with Magic Binge.
That's true.
It is a massive speed down. It's just funny because you happen to have Celestial Arrow, which strips the int up he gets off of it, because the int up he gets off of Magic Binge is nearly equivalent to the speed down he gets. If you do not take that off of him, Pandemonium Lost does horrific amounts of damage.
Yeah.
And because it heals him for the damage he does, it makes this fight just fucking nightmarish. That being said, it is very easy to have numerous moves at this point that will strip buffs off of enemies, so this fight in general is just a funny joke.
And destroyed.
の力がわしの力が
うわー逃げ牛の力がいやププーその力は私とブイブイの血と汗と涙の結晶なんだからね。ヘイブイブイユーやっちゃいな。オーライ力は返してもらうよ。アルフォース V ドラモンは僕なんだ。へへ、びっくりした。ブイブイ行くよ、とどめの一撃。オーケーリナ。シャイニング V フォース。リナデタラメすぎるよそれ。
こんなグダグダなやられ方は嫌だ。
リナ、いい加減に技の名前くらい覚えてよ。毎回適当すぎるよ。どう？まあいいじゃん、勝ったし。
覚えておれ。わしは
Remember that I once-
蘇るぞ。
No, no.
な、どうでご飯。
ありがとね。おかげで助かったよ。んで、これが君の会いたがってたブイブイことアルフォース V ドラモンでーす。リーナ、君は本当に軽いな。それで君は僕に何の用だったの？そっか、君の世界が大変なことに。分かったよ。次は僕が協力する番だ。リーナ、僕は。分かってる。いってらっしゃい、ブイブイ。私はいつだってブイブイのことを応援してる。たとえそれが遠く離れた世界だったとしてもね。リーナ、もう早く行っちゃいなよ。涙なんて私たちらしくないじゃん。
目的は果たしたわね。それじゃあ入り口を開くわ。戻ってきなさい。
リナ、僕絶対帰ってくる。帰ってくるから。ブイブイ、必ずまた会おうね。リナ、
おかえりなさい。これであなたはスレイプモンに対抗する力を得た。篠宮里奈に感謝しないとね。
あの美少女に感謝しなければ。お礼として全財産を貢がなければ。あれ？なぜだかおぜんざいが食べたい。おあんみつも食べたい。ジュレジュレ。リナ、来ちゃった。で来ちゃったじゃないよ。さっきの感動的な別れは、僕の涙は台無しだよ。ブイブイ行くところあたしあり。てかパラレル上等、面白そうじゃん。
はあ、ほんとに無茶したわね。生身の体で時空の裂け目に飛び込むなんて。
あり？問題
問題かどうかはあなたの受け取り方次第ね。次元時空は生身の肉体では超えられないのがルールよ。だからあなたは今肉体から無理やり分離されて電脳体として
Cyber Ghosts, yeah!
あり？電脳体か。だったらなし、問題なし。リナ、分かってないだろうから言っておくけど、 電脳体っていうのは僕たちデジモンみたいなデジタルな存在ってことだよ。
そうなの？私デジモンになっちゃった？っていうか私の可愛いボディは？プリティボディは？
残念ながらあなたの体は無事よ。あっちの世界にとどまっているわ。
What do you mean, unfortunately?
戻る気になったら私に言いなさい。送ってあげる。
I will gladly send you back anytime you want.
そうなんだ。
Just say when.
でも残念ながらって言わなかった？
I hope you left your body in front of a bus.
言ったかしら？覚えてないわ。でも平行世界の私は言ったかもしれない。私が残念ながらと言った世界と言わなかった世界。言ったかもしれないけれど言わなかったような世界。無数に分岐する世界で無数に私が存在しているの。
Yeah, Rena as a character is great. Rena in universe gives other people headaches pretty regularly.
ここパラレルなワールド、You why？
二人は知り合いなのかって？そうね。ちょっとした知り合いよ。別の世界でね。とにかく次元時空の移動にはかなりのリスクがあるわ。旅行できるだけおとなしくしていなさい。
Yeah, so since that game, Mireille has become sort of a Digimon version of like a sassy Igor. She shows up in almost every major Digimon game now, because she was in her own game, obviously, in the upgraded version. She's in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. She's in Digimon World New Order. And almost always serves the purpose that she does here, where she kind of manages the place where you go to do all the like Digivolution and whatnot.
Fair enough.
Like, prior to that, there really wasn't anything like that. Like in old Digimon World games, for instance, you would just like Digivolve from the menu. Like, it wasn't a thing you had to like go somewhere to do.
I can Digivolve though. I don't have any of the stats yet. Yeah, you still got a while to go. So 15 defense.
May want to actually use the Digimon guide just to verify that the System on Blank will get there by 99, and that we don't have to do some stat editing.
God, that is such a nice feature.
Search. So 76. She will hit the number she needs to.
Yeah.
Alright, I still got a ways to go then. Check. $71. The rapid one. I need to use the restroom, and when we come back, we'll go fight Kentaro's-mon. Alright. Sorry for the wait there, everyone.
Welcome back.
Oh, that was reminding me. Yeah, not worth it. So this guy needs to go to Cannon Beamon again. And then Cannon Beamon's going into something else, right?
Yes? Maybe?
Yeah, good enough. Yeah, I think it was this middle one we were going for, because we needed 20 ABIs. We had to bounce him once from Cannon Beamon. It was just the GP03 and B.
Yeah, he's going into Ground Locomon.
Yeah. Alright. The last of the 4 knights. You know, that's an honest answer, and I can respect that. I just want to break things.
ダイレクトに私を蝕んでいる。衝動が私を突き動かす。壊せ、壊せ、壊せ、壊せ、壊せ。
様子がおかしいよ、リナ。
壊したい、壊したい。こんな衝動は全て人間のせいだ。 欲望の赴きままに行動する。それが人間の本性。この電脳空間ごと現実世界を破壊してやる。愚かな人間どもよ。己が欲望で滅ぶがいい。
何それ、人のせいってこと？自分の破壊衝動なら自分で何とかしなさいっての。自分の行動の責任は自分だけにしか取れない。そんなこと私だって知ってるし。ってことはあんた私以下ってことで OK？
なんだと？
あんた全然私たちのことも分かってない。だから軽くボコってじっくり話し合わないとね。
生意気な小娘が私を止められるものなら止めてみよう。
ブイブイやっちゃいなよ。パート 2！
オーライ、さあ行くよ。
何度でも振り切ってやるわ。絶望的な氷の世界。
Ah. Well, first off. Oh no, a horsey kick. He's the perfect fusion of Digimon and horse. I will continue to punch you until morale improves. One of these stat debuffs has to do something. Oh, okay, now he did something.
Didn't say it'd be something they'd like.
私のスピードについてくるとは。早くとどめを刺すがいい。
とどめ？何それ、そんなの刺さないって。
己、情けをかけるつもりか。
違う違う、言ったじゃん、じっくり話し合わないとって。だからさ、私としばらく一緒に旅でもしない？私もブイブイもまだこっちの世界にいるつもりだし。
私が人間と旅だと？何を？
だって人間の嫌なところばっかり見ちゃったみたいだしさ。人間が全員嫌なやつって思われるのも尺じゃん。だからしばらく一緒にいれば誤解も解けると思うんだよね。
それが本当に誤解である。
もしこの世界でいいところが見つからなかったら、私たちの世界においで、おもてなししちゃうよ。
そんな馬鹿げた提案に私が乗ると思っているのか。
おわ
いいだろう。その能天気さに免じてついていってやる。その代わり人間のいいところが見つからなかった時は。
オッケー、じゃあこの世界を見学しよう。どこから行こうかな。美味しいものはあるかな。
話を最後まで聞け。
出発！
あ、ちょっと待ってよリナ。それじゃ僕たちの力が必要になったらいつでも呼んでよね。
Look, he's not ripping up the city. I'll take what I can get.
Fair.
そうか、おそらくスレイプモンは迷っていたのだろうな。実際は駆け巡っていただけで被害は出ていない。何かを吹っ切ろうとしていた、そうは思わないか。しかし篠宮里奈という娘、いや彼女については何も遠まい。ともあれアルフォース V ドラモンは得難い戦力だ。三神楽美玲にも感謝しなければならないな。そうだ、彼女のために新ブレンドを開発するとしよう。なんだその微妙な顔は。彼女が私のコーヒーの味を介さないとでも思っているのか。今まで秘密にしていたが、彼女は私の創作活動の良き理解者であり協力者でもあるのだよ。私の4大傑作レシピの一つ、カツオだしとバルサミコ酢ブレンドは彼女の発案だ。
You're a monster.
なかなか順調にロイヤルナイツを仲間にできているようだな。だがドゥフトモンもこちらの動きは承知しているはず。
Leopardmon immediately bursts in, kills the both of us. Game over.
伊達君からの通信とは珍しい。
おい探偵、今度は浅草に例の化け物が出たらしいんだ。私たちは今そっちまで手が回らねえ。様子を見に行ってくれ、頼んだぜ。
今ので依頼をしたつもりなのか。これじゃあまるで町の便利屋さんじゃないか。ごたごたのせいで契約周りが曖昧になっているようだ。経営としては問題だが、この状況では仕方ないか。例の化け物イーターが出現したのならば状況が動いたのかもしれない。さあ君の出番だぞ。場所は浅草だ。急いで向かってくれ。
She's got our number now.
No escaping.
She's in the group chat. Also. Feel like we need a new shirt. You know what? That works. Team Masked Maids. Let the world know that we're cute, and also don't go to Crystal Lake. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Asukusa.
Have like an armed military security force around there to keep people from going in? Problem fucking solved.
You know, one day the government is not going to fall for this trick. Today is not that day.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, no! Also, I think I've done something wrong from the offset here. Not any Digimon out there. Everybody back in the pile. Coming along nicely there.
理しちゃダメだよ。
Oh, Talmon.
乗れよ。食らえ。てい。食らえ。
君がいてくれてよかった。
Check something real quick. Alright. SP capsule Bs. Sunflower was just here, man. He wasn't harming anybody. It's happening again!
オタク、何しに来やがったんだ？俺はこいつに用がある。厄介だな。これよ。これよ。くらえ。それ。くらえ。このまま突っ走れ。行け。
Nice.
続けていこう。
360 damage on a advanced eater is not that bad.
Yeah.
走れ。
Alright.
みんなよく頑張ったね。 来るな。そこで見てろ。
So we have chosen to grasp power in the dumbest way possible.
I was about to say,
こんなことができちまうんだぜ、俺。これがスウェードがくれた力だ。食ってやる。もっともっと食ってやる。哀れな。誰だ。奇妙な気配を感じて来てみれば、おぞましい姿になり果てたものだ。お前はもはや人ではない。それがどうした。人間のままじゃダメだったんだ。だから飛び越えただけだぜ。そうか。ならば倒さねばなるまい。せめて安らかに送ってやろう。邪魔をするな。たとえ友人でも感情で動いて。
no, seriously, stand aside, let him kill him. He deserves it.
その行為が友をさらなる闇へと突き落とすことになるのだ。人の言葉を返すうちにほふってやることもまた情けと知れ。ごたく並べてないでさ。来るならさっさと来いよ。まだロイヤルナイツは試してねえんだ。味見させてもらうぜ。てめえを食って強くなる。決着をつけよう。すぐに終わらせる。
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do here. This is a scripted fight.
Yep.
バカな。なんという力だ。
He has plot armor.
すげえぞ。これが俺の力だ。これさえあれば、この力さえあれば。止めるな。彼をここで滅ぼさねば混乱が深まるだけだ。分かったぜ。十分に分かった。頭も妙に冴えてやがる。今の俺じゃあんたにはまだかなわねえ。もっと食らってから出直させてもらう。そんじゃあまたな。逃がさんぞ。このままのさばらせておくわけにはいかん。
おっせ。ねえねえ、今どこ？ゆうこっちが作戦会議したいから中野に来てって。ちょっと顔色悪いけどなんかあったの？とにかく事務所に集合ね。詳しい話はそこでってことで。
残るロイヤルナイツはあと5体だ。
エグザモン、ドゥフトモン、ギュナスモン、クレニアムモン、そしてロードナイトモン。
なんか名前だけで強そうねえオメガもこの中に味方してくれそうなロイヤルナイツって本当にいないの？
ああ、奴らを味方に引き入れるのは無理だろう。おそらく戦闘も避けられない。
そっか。じゃあこのメンバーでやるっきゃないか。でもお台場にドドーンと居座ってるエグザモン以外はどこにいるかわかんないんだよね。もしかするとロードナイトモンもお台場にいるかもしれません。そうなの？どうしてわかっちゃうの？ひょっとして超能力に目覚めしゆうこっち？リエさんの端末を追跡したらお台場で IP を確認できたんです。それがロードナイトモンのものであると断言はできませんが、
いや、ロードナイトモンである可能性はそう低くない。暴走状態にあるエグザモンは彼らにとっても無視できない存在だ。何らかの手段を講じ利用しようと考えるだろう。
だとするとエグザモンは我らロイヤルナイツの中でも最高クラスの戦闘力を持つデジモンだ。何としてもロードナイトモンの動きを阻止しなければ。
では今こそ味方についたロイヤルナイツたちの力を借りるべきだろう。
そのようだな。私が協力を要請しておく。任せてくれ。
そんじゃ決まり。みんな揃ってレッツお台場だ。
具体的な作戦は？
そうだね。今回はその場の雰囲気でいい感じに行動しろ的な。
なるほど。各自の判断で臨機応変にということだな。さすがノキア、的確な指示だ。
そうかな。やっぱそうかな。へへへ、褒めて。
Don't praise her.
もっと褒めて。
バカプル。
君たちが納得する作戦で思うように行動したまえ。私は事務所からサポートする。作戦の性質上非戦闘員は足手まといだろうからな。
よーし、作戦会議終了。それじゃあ早速。はい、その前に話があるって。
Yeah, so, Arata might have made a dark pact.
原田がそんなことになってるなんて。
As you do.
彼を追っているのか。
Arata may have done a dumb.
He already did a dumb by going with Pseudo in the first place. This is just an extra level of dumb.
I was gonna say, may have done another dumb. A dumber dumb.
よほどおぞましい変化が起こっていると考えざるを得ないな。
たくもあのダメなイケメン、略してダケメンじゃ。殴ろう。一人一発ずつぶん殴ろう。そうすりゃ解決するでしょう。そういうもんでしょう。あ、オメガモもだよ。
I agree with her method, not her goal.
ノキアが望むとあらば渾身の一撃をお見舞いするよ。だがここはまずお台場に向かおう。エグザモンをロードナイトモンの手に渡してはならない。
っていうかオメガもやっぱ次からは通信で参加しようね。
ああ、承知している。人間をより深く知るため、いつかノキアが言っていたカフェでミーティングというやつを体験してみたかったんだ。無理を言ってすまなかった。
いいの。君のそういうとこモエピー超高いから。
ノキア、君は本当に器が大きいな。
まあね、あれカップの膨らみは伊達じゃないのだ。
Alright. Chapter 16. Okay. Check the board real quick. We're full up on optional cases. And we do have some bad hackers.
Bad hacker.
Bad hackers. Side cases. So, that's a cooldown. Let's go Calvin level 3 and beat up a bad hacker. Okay, he's all the way in the back there. Making a long trip. Controller. As the night wears on, my controller setups just degrade more and more. I gotta just order
Really
that
weird.
I just gotta order that 8-bit do controller.
Yeah.
Ah, you're also raising a Stingmon.
行くぞみんな、続けていこう。君がいてくれてよかった。無理しちゃダメだよ。
Luckily, I have the entire week off for vacation, so I'll finally have time to sit down and do some extended grinding on this game. Also get those 2 Platinum Numamon, or Platinum Sukamon that we keep talking about.
Yep.
Because you don't need a lot. Just 1 or 2 goes a long way. Controller, thank you. And with that, that is probably a good place to call it for the night. So thank you everyone for joining us on our Sound Goblin Digimondays night. We'll be back again on Thursday for the start of a brand new game. No longer will we be plundering the tombs of the Necrons, but instead we will be delving into the mysteries of the Federal Bureau of Control in Control. Next game in the Remedyverse. On Sunday, we'll be coming back to SD Gundam G-Generation Overworld, continuing our Gundam venture. And then we will be back here on Monday for more Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, as we are down to the last couple of nights that we need to go recruit and or fight. And a whole bunch of side content. Until next time, I've been the Krampus.
I've been Bograt.
I've been Shiv.
I've been Hunter Grain.
Alright, have a good one, everyone.